sure that all of you are quarantining well. There was this question about being peaceful. Even at this point in time, when all of us are so laid back, finding peace is difficult. We should ideally be very peaceful at this point in time, but unfortunately, peace eludes us. When we were so busy, going to the office, having assignments and finishing it off on time, we tried everything possible. We were on our toes almost all the time in order to finish off our projects, in order to meet our deadline. We did whatever we could have. And at that time, we thought, wish we had some time to ourselves. There would be more peace. Now, after finding yourself in this lockdown, still peace doesn't seem to exist in our lives. What is that peace? And people talk so much about peace, and what is it actually? When you look at any other species, they may be instinctively driven to do things in their lives. But we are the beings, among all other beings in this universe, we are driven by our own will. We have a free will. And that is the core of the problem. Having a free will is actually the core of the problem. But it is about having free will without being sensible enough. That is very destructive to our own self. Because if we do not use our sense with free will, we will be led by the senses. That's the core of the problem. So if there is anything that is disturbing, it is not the inner turbulence or inner turmoil. Inner turmoil could only happen when the life energy itself is in disharmony. Nothing is impossible. As you go around in the world today, you will find most people who are peaceful are the ones who have gone through sea of troubles, sea of disturbances. They have gone through mountain of hardships in their lives, and they are so peaceful. Look at people around you. They got everything in their life, but they are not peaceful. They are the ones who create trouble. It's just that we have been given rather too much of everything, and we do not know how to turn that into bliss, how to turn that into our own self-growth and development. So the problem here is not that the peace does not exist. Peace would not exist, and it doesn't have to exist. The peace resides right within us. Outside force is just a parameter through which we can measure our own growth. In fact, the very evolution of this human consciousness depends on how detached we are from the outside disturbances, from the outside happenings. There is nothing as powerful as this consciousness that we are. The very emotions that get created because of the chemical reactions which you don't have control over, if that overthrows us and we lead our life with this very thin measure of emotions and feelings, we will always be undulating between happiness or misery or the circumstances, the people. As long as we are dependent on the people and circumstances outside, the peace of course will be elusive. It is about bringing the alignment between your prana and mind. At least your prana and mind has to come to a place. That is very important. And it is the need of the hour that we come to this realization, and that is how powerful each breath is, and how it is attuned to our thought process, and how we can actually transmute each energy that is coming from this entire universe through this breath. How it is creating a thought, and dependent on the past experiences, the chemicals get released and a thought is created. So thought, emotions, feelings which are so much immersed into the past events and happenings and experiences, because of which the emotions are so effusive, which creates these chemicals in such a way that we are prone to circumstances and outside world. But things can be regulated if not controlled in your favor. So it is very important that we come up to this realization that everything is possible. We can transmute all energies from this universe. As we become more aware about ourselves, the better equipped we are to deal with the life situations. And the more equipped we are to deal with life situations, to cope with life situation, the more peace will there be. Peace doesn't have to be found. It is just right here. If you think then going to Himalayas will find you peace, I'm sorry. You come down here, a person with a very materialistic orientation of life comes down here. A day is fine, but second day would be okay. Third day, that person will just get the hell out of here. It's just that the person is not aligned, you know. But someone whose energy is more subtle, this place could be bliss. So it is about the place or the person. Excuse me. It is all about how attuned you are to the atmosphere you are put into. So it all depends on the perspective. If the perspective is not changed, then what you look at will always be the same. The very perspective towards what you look at has to take a shift in order to bring about that transformation, that evolution in our lives. And for that, what is needed is a bit of sadhana. Bit of sadhana. The mental block is dissipated by the light of the awareness. By the light of awareness, these mental blockages that get created along the way as we have evolved over the years all get dissipated, because it's just like, a cave which has been in darkness for 40 years. It won't say, hey, I have been into the darkness for 40 years now. I will take at least 4 years to lighten up. Will it say that? It won't even take for 4 hours or 4 minutes. It will just, you go and light up the candle and the entire cave is illuminated. In the same way, by the light of the awareness, the perception level can be accentuated to a standard, to a level where no forces outside can disturb us. So it is very important for us to understand that life is not an unstrung kite, which is just flying in the air. It has to come down. It has to land somewhere, and it has to not land, it has to crash somewhere. But you see, the kite goes up high in the sky, and you know it, don't you? That someone is there. It is going high up in the sky. The higher it goes, the more you know there is someone at the helm of the string, don't you? But the higher the kite goes, the stronger the string, which is held by someone. So don't let the life be an unstrung kite. So this life, if we want to really go high up, be in the peace. The reason why we are so agitated and turbulent, because of the fact that we cannot take anything from outside. What is important here is how much you can embrace how much you can attune to the subtle energies of your life, where you can broaden your thought process and generate more compassion and love, become empathetic towards others. In fact, there would be a time you will feel more empathetic towards other people, compassionate. Even if they have done bad to you, you would feel empathetic towards them. You'll have compassion for them. Once we reach that stage, then there will be some kind of peace. And the most surprising part here is, that the person who has done bad is agitated. The person the bad has been done to is peaceful. Haven't you seen this? So the problem here is that if you try and throw a burning coal at someone, the first person who's going to get burnt is actually the person who's holding it, right? So what is important here is to realize that we create the compassion and love, and we give a space. We give the space to ourselves. Okay, I can accept it. The reason why it is coming, because it has to come, and it is here to teach me a lesson, to make a better version of myself, help me accentuate, help me go up a bit up, so that I can understand life in a different light. So whatever it is all about us. So the moment we feel compassionate towards those people who do bad to us, as why they are doing it bad to us. If you are peaceful, would you do bad to people? Hello, excuse me? No, you won't. It's only you are agitated, you will do bad. Only you are so disturbed inside, you will go out doing nonsense in the world. Who won't you? Because you are not in control of your own self. Your life energy is so much in disharmony within you. How could you create harmony in society, in the world? Not possible. So, let there be more peace by arising the peace within ourselves. As we are attuned within, as we are pegged inside of us, the very string of peace will go up higher in the sky, and the life will fly, rooted, firmly grounded, right on this planet, but reaching to the sky, unbridled, unbound, just like Bihangam.